We were doing chapter 8, exercise 8.2. We have started question number 2 and we have done 3 parts yesterday. I told you to try the last part on your own, although I had shared the answer later also. Okay. Then question number 3 we did not do, but I did ask you to try it on your own. I will go over the question once and then we will see how we have to do it. Let's take a look. Page 165 in your books. This is question number 3. We are on page number 165. Question number 3, you have to estimate what part of the figures is colored and hence find the percent which is colored. So first of all, you need to write down a fraction when they're asking you to identify what part of the figure, part of anything is represented by a fraction. So we will be writing down the fraction of the figure which is colored or shaded, and then we will find out the answer in percentage. So fraction can be converted into percentage, that we have done in the first 2 questions. But the important part is if you identify the fraction correctly or not. Now for that, every time you want to write down a fraction, you have to ensure that the figure is divided into equal parts. That's the first thing you want to see. Otherwise, you cannot write a fraction. So if you look at part 2 and part 3, that makes sense. 2 and 3 part, last 2. In this part, I can see 5 equal parts, whereas in third part, I see 8 equal parts. But if I look at part 1, like in this part, first part, I cannot see equal parts. Like this portion, the one which is colored is very small, and the one which is not colored is large. So these two are not of equal sizes. What I can do is I can use something on my own to divide this into equal parts. And what I did was I completed these vertical and horizontal lines. So if I just zoom in here. So this is the figure that you have. What I did was I completed this line vertically downwards, and then this horizontal line also horizontally towards the left. Now what I can see is the circle here gets divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. This is something you would like to do whenever we are going to write down fraction for a shaded part, fraction for shaded part. There is an example also on page number 163. You could take a look. This one. So if you take a look at example number 11 right here, what percent of the joining figure is shaded? So this is the figure. As you can see, there are 3 squares. This is one large box, then 2 boxes, then 3 boxes. The portion is shaded in a very different way. One complete square out of 3 and another one is shaded half. So what I could do to divide this into equal parts, I could just draw lines here. So these are now equal parts. Now can you write down a fraction? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. Out of these, how many are shaded?
3 are shaded.
3 are shaded. Half is shaded. And then you can convert it into a percentage, right? Let's go back to the question that we were doing. So I had sent the answer for first and second part. I had not sent the answer for third part. I would like to do that with you. Yes, it's 25%. The answer for first part is 25%. So see what I've done here. The figure should be divided into equal parts. And now after making these changes, as you can see, now the figure is divided into 4 equal parts. And then I have written, first I have written the fraction, and then I have made into percentage. So I've done it in 2 steps. First write down the fraction and then convert into percentage. 1 part out of 4 is shaded. If anyone's writing down, let me know. I'll wait. Although I had sent it yesterday in the group as well.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, please wait.
Okay.
Ma'am, done.
Then second part, second and third parts are easy. You don't have to do anything to the figure. You already have equal parts. You can directly write the fraction and then convert it into percentage. So I have done the second part. I could see 5 equal parts, out of which 3 are shaded. So the fraction becomes 3/5. And then I have changed that fraction to a percentage. Similarly, in third part, how many equal parts do you see? There are 8 equal parts. And then I can write down the fraction. It will be 3 out of 8. And then I can convert this into percentage. Or you can give the answer in decimals if you want. Yes, that's correct. Bhavleen, Shivam, your answer is right. Let me know once you write down. Let me know it's done.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Bhavleen?
Ma'am, how it can be in decimal form?
You can divide 75 by 2. And then you can write the decimal answer. So usually you leave your division here. You will get a mixed number, 37 and 1/2. After this, we have the option to put a decimal here, and then we can put a 0 with the remainder left. And then you can carry out your division further. Remainder is now 0. The answer is 37.5%.
Ma'am, done.
All right.
Ma'am, done.
Question number 4th, find the values. So you have some questions here. Find these means you have to solve these. In order to solve these, we will be using whatever we know about fractions and whatever we know about percentages. So 15% actually is a fraction with denominator 100. So 15% will be 15 over 100. Of represents multiplication, and then we can solve. This is as simple as that. Convert your fraction into percentage, change off to multiplication because of represents multiplication, and then you can simplify. So question is, अगर हम 250 का 15% find out करना चाहें तो वो क्या होगा? What number will represent 15% of 250? you might have seen or heard that sometimes, like in business, people talk about how much profit will be there. तो बोलते हैं ना इतने % प्रॉफिट होगा, तो इतने % प्रॉफिट होगा मतलब जितना वो अर्न करेंगे उसका कितना हिस्सा उनको सेव होगा. That's what they talk about. So we talk about percentages in our daily life, and now we can figure out how to solve that. 15% of 250. Right now, I have only a number, so I don't have to worry about the units. In case your quantity has units, we will be using units with our answer. And just simplify, no percentage now. Kindly note, the percentage has been changed to 100. Answer will have no percentage.
Ma'am, 37.5.
That's correct, Bani and Sahaj. So let's simplify. I'm going to cancel with 5. Or you can give the answer in a decimal number, or you can give the answer in mixed form also. That's right. Let's do the next part. B part, we have 1% of 1 hour. Before you note this down, just watch. If I solve it as such, this will be 1 over 100 into 1 hour. And after solving this, because it's 1 and 1, there's no cutting happening, no simplification is going on. So the answer is this. This is one way of doing it. Another way to do
Excuse
this
me,
is,
ma'am.
yes, Achyut.
Ma'am, question 3 का last part दिखा दो. Ma'am, थोड़ा सही. Ma'am, done.
So when you are doing a question like this, where there is no simplification, like over here, 1% of 1 hour, there is no simplification. The answer is as such. You have the choice. You can change this 1 hour into smaller units. So time diya hai aapko 1 hour. You can change it into smaller units, which are minutes or seconds. So if I convert 1 hour into minutes, if I convert 1 hour into minutes, my question becomes 1% of 60 minutes. And then you can solve 1 over 100 into 60 minutes. And then you can obtain.
Ma'am, 0 will be cut.
And then I can cancel by 2.
Ma'am, the answer is 3 by 5.
5 minutes.
Ma'am, now the.
And then you have the choice even to do it in seconds. If you want, you can also do it in seconds, but that would be way too large. You can do it in minutes, or you could do it in seconds, or you could just do it in hours. That's also completely correct. There is nothing wrong with this answer. There is nothing wrong with the first answer. Only in your textbook at the back, the answer is given in minutes. So that gives us a clue that the time given here could be converted into minutes, and then we could solve our answer. But if you obtain the answer without converting, that's also completely correct.
Ma'am, but the answers are coming different.
How come?
मैम हमने एक मेथड से किया, उससे 1/100 आया और दूसरे मेथड से 3/5 आया.
The units are different. If you will see, this is hours and this is minutes. And if you
Yes.
convert, yes, if you convert, you remember how to convert hours to minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's
1
see
hour
what
is
happens.
60 minutes.
You could convert 1 hour has 60 minutes. So let's change this 1 over 100 hours. This is the same answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Because the units are
Yes.
different, therefore they look different, but they're actually same.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope it's clear to everyone. Anyone who would like to ask anything?
No, ma'am.
Let's do the remaining two parts. Part C, we have 20% of 2,500 rupees. Okay, Bhavya and Harnevaz have calculated the answer. We have 20 over 100 multiplied by 2,500 rupees. Zeros cancelled, and the answer is 500 rupees. That's correct. Bhavya, Harnevaz and Sahaj, your answer is correct. Bhavleen also calculated, very good. D part, we have 75% of 1 kg now. So this will be 75 over 100 multiplied by 1 kg, 75 by 100. Okay, this can be simplified. Let's simplify this. This will be 3 by 4 kilograms. Now you could change this into grams if we had converted into grams. Then you can solve it separately.
grams.
Then the answer is 750 grams. And if you convert, in case you convert kg into grams, you will get the same answer. 3 by 4 will be multiplied by 1000. And once you simplify, you will get the same answer. So the answer is equal, looks different, but both are correct. Let me know once you've noted down. We will then do the next question.
I'm done.
Question number 5. Find the whole quantity if 5% of it is 600. So there is some value. And if you calculate 5% of that value, the answer comes out to be 600. In previous question, we were given the whole. ये जो values थी, these represented the whole. हमने फर्स्ट पार्ट में होल का 15% फाइंड किया. सेकेंड पार्ट में हमने होल विच इज 1 आवर, इसका 1% कैलकुलेट किया. थर्ड पार्ट में 2500 रुपीज, दीज वर द होल क्वांटिटी. हमने इसका 20% फाइंड किया एंड वी ऑब्टेन द आंसर्स. एंड सिमिलरली फॉर लास्ट पार्ट. बट इन फिफ्थ पार्ट आपको आंसर दिया हुआ है, बट यू डोंट नो व्हाट द क्वांटिटी इज. 5% कैलकुलेट किया, बट किसका कैलकुलेट किया आपको वो नहीं बताया हुआ. दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी डन बाय फॉर्मिंग एन इक्वेशन. सो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज यू आर गोइंग टू अज्यूम दैट द होल क्वांटिटी इज x. I will write it down and I think that will make sense to you once I write down. I will first note down the question here. This is question number 5A part. You have to find the whole quantity if 5% of it is 600. So the whole quantity is missing, and what we will do is we will let it means
The whole quantity.
the whole quantity be x. Now what does your statement become? Of x, 5% of x is equal to 600. This is what we want to solve. Now this seems or looks like an equation. As you can see, I hope you will know how to solve it. Convert your percentage into a fraction, of into multiplication, and then you solve. Let me know if this is clear, then you can start writing. If you have any question, please ask. The word it here in the statement, if you look closely, ये जो word आ रहा है it, this is missing thing. हमने इसका नाम x रखना है and then we will solve it. You will rewrite your statement mathematically. 5% of x equals to 600 and then you will solve.
Ma'am, it's 20. You have written 25.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Answer
12,000.
is 12,000. Anyone with questions? Anyone who wants to know how we did this? This is the second part. Again, your whole quantity is missing here. And rewriting my statement, 12% of, इसका नाम मैंने x रख दिया है. Okay, Bhavleen has already calculated the answer. Yes, that's correct. 12 over 100 into x equals to 1080. Please compare first part with second part. In first part, there were no units. In this part, we have rupees with us. So the answer will also be in rupees. You can do it in steps. Like first you can take this 25 to right hand side, then you can take 3 to the right hand side, or you can take them together and simplify your answer.
1250 kilometers.
That's correct. Bhavleen and Bhavya both answered at the same time. Yes, that's correct. I would like you to do the last two parts yourself. I will send the answers later in the group so that you can check your answers. All right, Bhavya has already solved. Very good. I would like to take up the next question, question number 6. Sure.
Ma'am, please wait for a
Of
minute.
course, I'm waiting. If you are doing the homework right now, let me know. Okay.
Ma'am, 4/10 and can be cut.
You could
into
cancel.
2
Yes,
by
I
5.
did not simplify. I've simplified it on right hand side. You can simplify it on left hand side. Before you transpose, before you shift the values, you can cancel before that. Okay, Bhavya has solved last part as well. So Bhavya has completed his homework. Very good. If anyone's writing from the screen, let me know.
Ma'am, I am writing C part.
Okay, Vita.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Harnavas?
डी पार्ट का क्या आंसर है
20 minutes.
ओके मैम
Ma'am, done.
Okay. Let's quickly take up the next question. Next question is actually very simple. Okay, very good, Bhavya. Sixth question, convert the given percentages to decimal fractions and also to fractions in simplest form. So there will be two answers. First of all, you want to convert this percent to decimal fraction. Decimal fraction would mean you will change it into a fraction with denominator 100 and then into a decimal number. And then you have to change the fractions to simplest forms. So you will be giving two answers. If I'm not wrong, I will just check once. They are asking you to convert these values into decimal numbers, and then they want you to write down the answer in fractional form. Yes, that's correct. So I will show you the first part, and then I think it will be clear how to do the rest of the parts. The first part of sixth question is 25%. So I'm going to do two answers for this. First of all, make it a fraction and then make it a decimal number. So the first answer will be decimal number. So 25 by 100 will be, 25% will be 25 by 100. And then the answer will be 0.25. This is one answer. And then you have to simplify this in the, simplify this fraction to obtain the answer in the lowest form. Some of the students have already done. Yes. Bhavya, your answer is right for this part. Beta, there will be no percentage once you remove that percentage. Be careful. Percent kab aana hai aur kab nahi aana. The percentage here has been changed into denominator 100. So no percent with this answer. Percentage को तो हमने 100 की फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. We have converted that percentage. वो अब exist नहीं करती. It's not there anymore. So your answer will not have percentage. Similarly, now you want to write down the answer in the fractional form. So this will be 25 over 100 and you want to simplify this. This is the second answer. There will be two answers and neither of them has percent with them. ना first part के साथ ना second के साथ, क्योंकि हम percentage को remove करके denominator 100 आ रहे हैं. Of course, Bhavleen, I will share the work.
Okay, ma'am.
Let's do one more part. We have B part as 150%. So you will be writing two answers. First of all, write it as a fraction and make it a decimal number. So this will be 1.5 because you can cancel the zeros. Or you could write down 1.50. That's also correct. And then there will be second answer, where I change the fraction into lowest terms. So you have to give two answers, one in decimal form, one in fractional form. And fraction should be in the simplest way. You should have done.
मैम मेरी चॉइस है.
No. Both things to be done. दोनों तरह से आंसर पूछा उन्होंने क्वेश्चन में. You have to give answer in both ways. That's correct, Bhavya and Sahaj. Okay, Palak has done third part. It will be, that's correct. That's correct, Palak. Your answer is correct. Okay, somebody answered fourth part. Okay, Palak has answered fourth part. That's also right. So Palak has completed the question. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
So there will be two answers again. 20% equals to 20 over 100. This will be 0.20. And then 20% as a fraction, and then do the cutting. Yes, that's correct. Bhavleen, Bhavya, Shivam, Sahaj, your answers are correct. I'm giving D part as homework to you. I think now you can do this. Maybe you've already done. That's correct, Bhavleen. Yes, Bhavya, your answer is right. Correct, Sahajpreet. So you people have done the homework. Very good. Sahaj, Bhavya, Bhavleen, all of you have done the homework. That's correct, Shivam. Very good. Thank you so much, Sahajpreet. Same to you. Happy Diwali to you all in advance. Be safe. Try to have a crack. Yeah, try to have a pollution-free Diwali, green Diwali. Okay, let's see if we have time to take a look at 7th question.